Hey, what's up, everybody?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thinking game. Think we number 67 now? Or 68? One of them.
Nah, it's just,
Yeah, 67, because 66 was with
seven,
old
six,
dog.
seven.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to that, man. So, before we get started, I guess this may be the hottest topic. Did it happen today or yesterday?
Maybe yes. Day before.
Situation in Alabama. Let's see what the people got to say about it. Shout out to ABC News for this video. Man. So when we hear that, I don't know if people saw this part, but it sounds like whoever had that pontoon boat and they're acting like, man, people be doing that though, bro. It's kind of like how sometimes you go to a restaurant or something, somebody park right in the front door and like they VIP.
Yep.
You like, dude, move your car. Man, what I gotta move my car? Dude, you blocking the door, man. Come on, man.
Happen all the time. Like even with the airport, you see see the little police car.
Airport don't play around, bro.
But you gonna stay, and then you gonna argue. Man, it was only it was 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes. Man,
Yeah.
you went went to do something to eat.
Boy.
Stay in front of the airport for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you better not leave that mug unattended, boy. They'll send them dogs out. They send TSA out on you. That's what you don't want.
All
right, let's see.
Nobody was watching.
All right, let's see what they say. Oh, wow.
He's just moving it and
And then if it's 67 people, why is he going over there by himself?
Well, if you see the video, all of them aren't there when it starts.
Yeah.
You know what
right.
I mean?
Oh yeah.
And then the hyenas.
Yeah. Yeah, they go one. They come up. Is there 2 now?
Yeah, it's probably gonna end up.
That's 3.
6, 7.
And then it's crazy. Just move your boat. It's crazy. It's like they argue. Just move your boat. It's crazy. Just move your boat, man.
No civilization. They're not civilized.
Yeah.
And they're angry.
And he angry too, man. People don't realize not where you from is where you at right now. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta know where the numbers are. And the numbers wasn't on his side. You know what I'm saying? Is I even saying what's said? Oh man, see, that's when it got crazy. Why he did that like he the Rock now? You see, he throw his hat up like he the Rock.
Hey, sometimes, hey, man, you don't have to. Hey, just because you're outnumbered, you don't have to tuck your tail.
No, that's true.
And he didn't tuck his tail.
No.
Look at that.
Man, that's crazy, bro. Now, if that was in reverse, all of them be in jail.
Oh yes, for sure. And this other guy's kind of at this point he's trying to break it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still trying to show the mercy.
No, that's not the one. I don't want like that one. That one, they had that WWF on there. Man.
And then one guy.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, this dude going to jail. This dude going to jail.
It was a guy like I think he was 16, I think, and he swam.
Yeah, I was trying to find that one, but that wasn't the same dude with the chair though.
No, of course no.
Okay, cool. That dude with the chair, man, dude for the go, bro. It's going down. He can cancel Christmas, and it's on tape, so it ain't a lot he can really say.
I think he really was out of bounds when he started hitting the woman, but everything else, I actually like it. If you got that many people fighting and nobody died, nobody got shot, I'm very happy that it happened like this. Sometimes you just gotta stand up for yourself. Show unity. Stand up for yourself without going too far.
You gotta know when to turn it off. Sometimes dudes get watching these Marvel movies and they see Steve Rogers and these dudes just going off, but that's a movie. That's not real life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know when to turn it off, man. Some people they turn the light switch on and they break it. And then now you can't turn it off.
Yeah.
Sometimes like he got that chair, man. He probably felt like WWE match. Everybody get a chair, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get a chair, you get a chair, you get a chair.
Yeah, I'm just glad nobody died. Yeah. There was no shooting.
And before we get started,
and everybody can walk away.
Yeah,
that's great to me.
This podcast is just a general discussion and for entertainment purposes only. Scenarios talked about in this podcast are just general scenarios and for entertainment and insight purposes only. Had to get that out for the trolls. Man. Also, hit the like button. Follow us on YouTube. Let us know what you think. We actually got some episodes on Spotify too. So check the little red YouTube. We got TikTok, Twitter. I think there's Instagram. All the names right there. Go subscribe to those channels. So that was the hot topic, man. It's pretty crazy, man. Hope everybody, man, make it out there okay. Sometimes those kind of things happen, but it can happen just like that. Kind of how life works. But the unfortunate part is that it's in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? And, the law may not be on those guys' side. I hope they can get out of there without no charges, but who knows?
I feel like all good. The end's good. Nobody died.
That's feeling though. That's how you feel. We talking about law though.
Yeah, I mean,
it's how you feel is what's real.
I'm glad nobody died. It's good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When they look like misdemeanors to me. So
yeah. So, first topic of the day is thinking game angle. And the first one is, why are poor neighborhoods filled with guns? Seen this on a podcast. I think it's a Joe Rogan podcast, something like that. It's like, why are poor neighborhood filled with guns? And apparently, I don't think these guys ever lived in poor neighborhoods, but sometimes in a poor neighborhood, access to a gun is more readily available than access to a Mac or something like that. I mean, you can get an AK probably cheaper than what you can get a MacBook Pro for. You know what I'm saying? Way cheaper than a MacBook Pro. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I mean, I don't know which one. It's like the chicken or the egg. Which one comes first? Do people buy guns to protect themselves because the neighborhood is violent? Or since everybody's got guns, it's just more violent everybody's got guns because they're using the guns to rob people. Then
Oh yeah.
the response, so I won't get robbed. I'm gonna buy a gun, even if I'm not a criminal. So which one comes first? Did you buy the gun to not get robbed, or you buy the gun to?
I mean, I think most people that has a sane mind, they got a mind that's sane. Even people that they say are felons or whatever, most of them buy a gun to protect themselves. Depending on what you're doing, like most people that you in the hood and you hustling, a gun has to be a part of your repertoire unless you want to die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you want to get robbed. I mean, you're almost saying you giving them a rob me for free pass if you don't have a gun. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, back in the '90s, pistols probably was the weapon of choice. But now, man, these dudes, man, getting hold of stuff, man, shooting in Vietnam. I remember when the SKS used to be like the crazy rifle, but that's that's back in Death Wish days, Charles Bunson days. Now it's I remember when Calico used to be an elusive gun to get. You know what I'm saying? Now it's AR-15s. And if you can get your hands on an M4, man, you know what I'm saying. If you can find something like that, I always wonder how dudes get like on the streets get those kind of guns to sell them, man. It's unreal. You can't just get that from nowhere, man. You know what I'm saying? A military grade gun and you selling it with the serial number scratched off. That's pretty crazy, man. But some people get their hands on them.
Well, you know it's right.
And I also think about the disparity of information, right? In some poor neighborhoods, the information about guns is more high than information about what is a banker. What's an investment banker? You know what I'm saying? Or I seen one where this dude was so rich, he started out as a bond trader. What's a bond trader? You know what I'm saying? Do we even know what that is? What that job be posted at? You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Big Mike down the street got the AK-47 though. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you ride around it in the back seat. You can see it in plain sight. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's all go ahead.
And that's just your basic education. You learn how to get a gun and learn how to use them, and that's kind of learning how to same level as learning how to read.
Yeah,
that's part of your degree or your diploma in the hood. You know what I mean? At least learning how to use a basic gun, at least a pistol.
Yep. So next topic in this angle is, where is your focus placed? This goes out to young people, older people. Like, where is your focus placed? Like, you don't have to tell me what your focus is. The results can tell you everything about what a person's focus is. You see somebody, go through some things in life, and they say, man, I'm just going through some tough times. But he's like, where's your focus? I know for me, what I would say from about 18 to about 25, 26. I wasn't in crime, wasn't my thing, wasn't in the hustling, wasn't my thing. Grew up around it. I saw enough of it that I didn't want to do it. But what stuck was the girls, talking to girls. That's where my focus was at. You know what I'm saying? And you get so good at it, man. You realize, like, man, if I would have put that focus somewhere else, how good would I would have been at that time and something else. But it's just kind of what it was at that time. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's a discipline thing.
Yeah.
It's just not just doing the right thing. Well, it's just denying yourself because you know what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Whether it's wanting women or money or drugs, gambling, and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how is money bad, right? So money can be bad. Like you keep just working overtime instead of going to school, right?
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah.
Right
I
now,
did that.
You know what I mean? You working, 80 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
But 10 years, you don't really have. When you stop working, they stop going to give you.
So would it be?
Stop giving you the check.
So would it be fair to say they're probably like what 70% of guys when you that young, they doing stuff for women. Like you get a car for girls, you dress nice for girls. You know what I'm saying? To try to attract as much as you can. Or am I
I know
off on that?
dude. He had a PhD. Um, he worked. He worked 20 years, maybe 25. He retired
Yeah,
now. He said
yeah,
most of the thing. I went to college for women. Like I got a good job for women because
yeah.
I knew if I had money and I had a good
Mm,
job, I would get
mm,
women.
right.
It just so happened to work out, but that was my motivation. I mean,
Yeah,
this is a pretty successful,
yeah,
respectable man.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's what I got. I mean, that's what my motivation at first. Well, of course he got older, but they couldn't took his degree after he got
Right.
it. They couldn't took the
Yeah,
skills that he developed, even
yeah.
though he had a messed up motivation.
But
But
the,
it
see
still
the
paid off.
but the results, like if you're not careful, the results is you can get older and you don't have nothing to show for it. No kids, no family. You just been dating for so long, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have really anything to show for it, you know what I'm saying? But I guess your memories of dating, I guess, you know what I'm saying? So
Hey, sometimes hey, you worked hard, you enjoyed your life, and sometimes it's over.
yeah.
You know
So when it's over. What goes up must come down.
what?
You can't stay up there as much as you try, you know what I'm saying? Botox, all this other stuff, man. Muscles only last for so long. Ask Hulk Hogan about that.
Boy.
Still trying to have them pythons, more like garden snakes now.
So
Oh man. So now we're gonna go into our corporate take. And I got uh two of them on here, but I got how does a person determine what career field to go into? And right now, 2023, in your opinion, how do you determine what career field to go into? Like if you're trying to find a get like you working at a retail place, you're like, you know what, I'm ready to start my career now. What field do I need to go into?
that's a good question. I don't really know the answer, but what I've observed, people first step like what do I want to do? And
Right.
a lot of them, well, they got these dreams of stuff they
Mm-hmm.
want to do.
Right.
They don't really research it. It's like, what do I feel?
Oh yeah.
I don't enjoy. Well, I don't suggest you follow your emotional feelings,
Mm.
but because everybody should look at themselves and analyze what's good, what they do good,
Yeah.
what's your talent, and then try to start there.
Yeah.
But see what's kind of realistic for you. You know what I mean? What kind of school can I go through? What am I
Yeah.
going to be a trade person, or am
Mm.
I going to be in healthcare? I'm going to be a nurse or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Just really, we skip past this, but thinking about what you really want to do,
Mm.
um, even without thinking if I can do it or not. Figuring out what you want to do is a big step. And I think
It
that's the
is.
first thing you need to really
Yes.
do. And once you figure that out, kind of investigate,
Right. Yeah,
shadows on
you gotta be honest, man. Like say running off feeling, you gotta be honest. Like what you feel though, is it realistically something viable that you can really make money off of? Like you may feel like you want to go in political science, but is that something that you can make money off of in the job market? I know you feel like that it's the thing you want to do, but does it make sense in real life? You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes that's the part that people kind of get lost. You get lost in if you don't have somebody to. And there's so many career fields that we don't know about. We just talked about it earlier. What's a investment banker? What's a bond trader? A closer. You see people talk about real estate agents selling land, but what about the person who closed it, the work at the title place? What about that person?
that.
You know, what about you see people saying insurance agent, but what about the insurance broker, the dude who owned the insurance place and then got the agents up under him? You know what I'm saying? It's so many kind of fields out there. Even in college now, they saying that most people that are that make money, they send their kids to school for STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Even in education realm in schools, right? A lot of times they be talking about the teachers don't make that much money, but guess what? If you can endure being a teacher and being in administration, you can make money being like a principal. They make money, man. A principal is like what, almost automatic six figures? Almost pretty close. If
Yeah, and
not,
it's with teachers, hey, get a private job, work for a private school.
man, I seen the assistant professor position where I work at Euler, at UALR. It was for like robotics or something. It was paying like 86 grand. I mean, that's not bad for assistant professor, man. And they just want you to have your degrees, like masters, I think, at least, or PhD in like computer science or something like that. But I mean, that's a great 86 grand, man, for assistant professor, not a full-time professor, like an assistant. That's pretty crazy. But stuff like that we won't be knowing about, like, you know what I'm saying, like being an administrator, like on the board of directors or something for the school district. That could be, great money. I think I looked at the land commissioner. I think the land commissioner makes six figures, and all they do is go around and auction off tax land all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
County to county, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so much stuff like that we don't know about as a community. That's kind of what we want to bring awareness to. You know what I'm saying? So
Don't even
that's
know.
that's why we ask that question. You gotta look at the fields out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many kids do we know that even know what Stevens Inc. is? And they ride through downtown all the time. And they just see the building, one of the tallest buildings down there. What do they do? You know what I'm saying? How many kids been to the Chamber of Commerce? What do the Chamber of Commerce do? Like, I mean, you live in Southwest, you don't even know what Chamber of Commerce is. I know I didn't in high school. Probably didn't even care about the Chamber of Commerce, but you don't understand what that stuff is because you don't have that exposure to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have no Chamber of Commerce in Southwest. I mean, what? The biggest thing we probably have is the Boys and Girls Club, like recreation centers. You know what I'm saying? Those for kids to do. But past that, though, what do they have? So this is the one you can have fun with. Work personalities. 80% of jobs, any job, is dealing with the personalities. You think that's fair? Or you think it's more or less the percentage of that dealing with personalities at the job?
I agree, or even more, because
okay.
you either working for somebody, or you selling somebody, or you are producing a product that somebody's going to use.
Right.
So if you're getting paid, even as a business owner, you're getting paid from somebody else.
That's true.
For a service, or entertainment, or some way like that. So you have to have, some kind of personality where you gotta to get along with people.
Like, what do you think? What do you think is one of the most common personalities that people have to deal with at a job? It's like general across the board, like a personality that
suck ups and micromanagers.
Oh my God, yes, and overzealous people that's like overzealous. They do anything to get ahead, but then they end up unraveling themselves at the same time. And the part is they don't even realize they're doing it. You tell them they doing it, they don't even realize they're doing it, man. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, micromanagers are crazy because they have so much turnover, but it seems like the company never says nothing. Or maybe they like the micromanager. I don't know. It's pretty crazy though.
Well, it's in control. Probably have a parallel with their relationships, trying to run everything.
Yeah, because it seems like most of the time, especially like retail, it seems like a lot of micromanagers be in management positions. I don't know if it's like designed that way or it just happened to be like that, coincidence, but it's always seems like micromanagers are like, and they never can keep people on their team. It's like high turnover, man. People are like, man, you gotta deal with this, man. You crazy. But kind of how it is.
Yeah, some people just really are aware how to talk to people.
That's true. That is very true because I think they use the job as a shield to talk to people any kind of way until that person come back at you. Because sometimes people don't know that, hey, you can't talk to me like that, man. You better get on with that. They don't know that though, because you feel like you don't want to lose your job. You're trying to keep your job, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people know that. Yeah, sometimes people take advantage of that, you know what I'm saying? And they do talk to you crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. And then we're gonna move right into tech. No, that's the wrong one. Right into tech. Apple iPhone shares are dropping in the cell phone market. And are we starting to see the decline in Apple, man? They had a nice run. They had a nice run though, but
I mean, I think you selling the same thing, the same product, the same
man,
service, um, the same operating system. I mean, it's got to run out, right?
yeah, what goes up must come down.
Yeah.
Sometimes like a roller coaster. Sometimes you just got a really high apex, but eventually when you get off that apex, you got to come down.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to think with the economy, how many people can really afford, to get a new iPhone when it come out, man? You know what I'm saying? If you're being honest, unless you trying to pay your bills. Like, so I went to the gas station, bro, and got a prime ice pop drink, a bag of chips, and a honey bun, and I think it was like $8, almost $10.
Jeez.
You could go get $10 worth of stuff from the fast food restaurant, but that went up now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I think what you get 2 Happy Meals for my kids is almost $12 or $13 or something now, somewhere in there.
Right.
So then gas is almost $4, what, $3.50 a gallon, something like that. I mean, just to get gas for your lawnmower now, you may be spending almost $20, man, for your lawnmower, bro. For a 5 gallon, 5 gallon little bucket, man, $20, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. So, yeah, man. Apple, man. They had a run, though. I remember I had it when they first came out. You had just like everybody had them, man. But I think, what do you think, man? Like, I think I think young people don't really understand because it's so ready to available now. I remember when the picture phone first came out, bro. Was it Samsung? Because I think we both had it. Was it the Samsung on on the Sprint? The little Samsung phone, they had the little LED on the outside and the little picture.
Yep. They was really doing something.
Man, boy. When you get the girl to send you them pics, you're like, oh, wait a minute. I wasn't expecting that.
And boy, they changed the game.
But Apple changed the game, though. Like, them phones, the pictures wasn't that great. But when Apple came out, you're like, okay, I get it now. We online now. We America Online now, baby. Keep them coming. Oh, man. So, now we're finna go outside the box. This is the first question. How do you know when it's time to change yourself in situations? I think sometimes a lot of people get caught up in there because they always blame other people instead of looking at themselves. And they usually sabotage everything around them because they don't think about, what can they do different? Always the other person. Pretty crazy. I had to learn that, actually. To be honest, I had to learn how to do that. Work on myself.
Yeah.
Because
learning whether you are you going to grow in this position,
yeah.
or you just need to be patient and stay consistent.
Oh yeah.
And wait for the next blessing or the rest of the next step. And sometimes it's hard because sometimes you're supposed to be patient.
That's
and
true.
Sometimes you're procrastinating and you're just not moving on and you're just not getting better. Sometimes, recognizing what God wants you to do.
Oh man, yeah, for sure.
It's just as hard because being patient is sometimes really hard. Then moving on and growing and rising to a challenge, that's hard too. So it's hard whether you stay and whether you go. So you don't really, sometimes it feels like you're really lost with your next step.
Yeah, I was telling wife, I know they talk about like mental health a lot. I don't know, maybe growing up in the 90s and 2000s, we just probably just mental, probably patient. But I told her like kids now, it seems like now they go through something and they kind of get stuck right there. But we was going to like Dunbar McClellan. I was telling her like you could get one day you could get roasted and be the laughing stock that day, and then you could come back the next day and somebody else be the laughing stock.
Yeah.
But you can't get stuck when it wasn't your day that day. You have to really shake that off and shake the dust off and come back strong the next day. And I said, I don't know if that was just the time they kind of gave us that kind of, resiliency, but it seemed like, it's not the same, like that now. But I told her like you couldn't get stuck on what happened that day. Cause sometimes, man, you playing a roasting game, you're not gonna go undefeated. It's just, what I'm saying, impossible, man. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Yeah,
someday
for
you
sure.
might not have the influence. You might not have the influence. The other dude might have more influence than you. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty crazy.
You ain't gonna win them all, but and it's
No.
like people are holding on to these traumatic experiences.
Yeah.
Uh, you get abused, but it don't leave a lot of marks.
Cause it's gonna happen. I mean, bad things gonna happen to everybody. I don't know nobody that haven't had nothing bad happen to them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody.
It's all about how you rebound from it, how you handle it. It's kind of like that cornerback mentality. I mean, I got burnt at last place. Somebody said, "You got burnt." I did. I got burnt. I don't remember that. I just remember the interception I got, the pick six. I don't remember the time I got burnt. I don't remember that. You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize that. You think about like some of these politicians, man, they do some of the craziest stuff, but then they come out and run for office again like nothing ever happened. That's kind of how you got to be in life, man. They don't care about none of that.
Don't bring up something from the past.
Yeah, man. Or they know how to spin it. You bring up something from the past, or I'm neither going to confirm nor deny that. And we're going to talk about the stars in the sky, how they shine bright. And that's what we're going to move to. And he spun the whole conversation. Oh, man. Going to our next topic, realistic or cap. This is going to be probably a funny one, man, because it's crazy. Candace, is it Burnell? Bushnell. Candace Bushnell, age 64. Proved age really is just a number with the revelation she once dated a 21-year-old and a 91-year-old in the same week. Does this happen or is this a promo run? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I think this happens. I worked in hospital for a long time. I think this guy maybe he between. I mean, I noticed he got to be like maybe 80, maybe 75 or 90.
Wow.
He had a 2-year-old.
Wow.
His baby mama is like 30.
Oh wow.
But he got all of his kids are older than his baby mama. Like I think his youngest child maybe like 50, 55.
Yeah.
You know
I think
what I mean? And
the
then
thinking,
he got a baby.
yeah.
It's 2 years old, and his baby mama 30. He like maybe 85.
Wow, man, that's crazy. I'm thinking like the thinking game part of that is what does a 21-year-old, if a woman come to you at 21, she's 60, like what's the thought process there? Like you can't, it's no such thing as you can't be thinking about long-term relationship. I mean, all that's eliminated. You're not gonna sign a 60-year-old woman long term on a team. It's not gonna happen.
Well, maybe he liked it. He got a fetish. This is the woman of his dreams. He had a crush on him since he was 3.
But I mean, it's like getting an old car. Like you can't drive an old antique car like you can like a Silverado truck, man.
Maybe,
You can blow the head gasket. You can blow the head gasket on that thing, man. Ain't gonna last.
Well, maybe he's not gonna ride it hard. You know what I mean? Some people are really good on their stuff.
What
you know
21-year-old don't drive a car hard? I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen it. Even if they get a Fiesta, they gonna drive their mug hard a little V4.
Yeah.
And she said, that's why I go out with a 21-year-old and a 91-year-old. She explained. I'm like, I don't know. Nobody knows. I'm divorced, so I don't have all the answers. But that's kind of my attitude towards dating. You never know. That's crazy. I don't know that she must have to pay the 21. That's crazy. A 60-some-year-old, a 21.
Well, you know, there's some good looking 60-year-olds.
Nah.
But you know, my thing is like, you know,
man, they good for 60, sure, but not good like to be dating like 21 to 60, man.
You know, when you're 80 years old and stuff like that, and somebody can be old enough to be your grandkid or your great grandkid,
man.
You know, they're just male or woman. I think that's just a little weird. You know what I mean? Oh, you're the same age as my grandbaby.
But they be saying older women don't be talking to young dudes. I'm telling you, it's more prevalent what people think, man.
What?
So our last one is pick one, and then we're gonna close out. Tell me what you think. Do you want Dino singing voice from H-Town or KC from Jodeci?
Oh man, Casey and JoJo. I like how Dino things.
Temperature like 100 degrees.
But you gotta go with KC. I mean, it's just
oh no, man, it's so tough because I was looking at Dino.
I mean,
man, hey man, Dino. I don't think they had the same team behind him, but Dino, man,
KC gonna be hyped every time.
Yeah, he is gonna be hyped.
Something this little.
Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Dino, man, Dino had that voice too, though, man.
For sure. I ain't gonna deny him.
Yeah, but yeah, KC was that dude though. With Dino, boy, I was listening to that song the other day. They like man. But yeah, KC was that dude though.
Dude said a fast car don't go for. I was just like,
man. And then Road Dogg, Jesse James, or D-Lo Brown.
You gotta go with. I mean, I like Road Dogg with DX. You know what I mean? That's
oh, you didn't know? Yo, better call somebody.
That's good, but man, you can't be Dino. The stunts he was doing, the stuff that he said, he was just gonna really sell it every time.
Yeah. That's shaking of the head when he started doing that shit.
He had the little chest plate and then he do ball splash with it.
Yeah. So you a D-Lo?
Yeah,
I go with D-Lo too. Yeah, Jesse James, he wasn't that good. He was just funny, man, with DX, though. He was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So this is the last one that we'll get ready to close out. Rodney Harrison or Steve Atwater?
You know, I want to go Arkansas, Steve Atwater with the hard hits, but I gotta go with Rodney. Mr. Harrison. They say he's a dirty player.
Oh man, no.
I don't believe it.
He only dirty when he's not on your team.
He started off at San Diego.
Oh man,
just really consistent.
Man, man, boy, he catch you coming across that middle.
Understood the game. Longevity.
His timing was perfect too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the only person close to Rodney Harrison was like Sean Taylor. That's when they actually stopped letting safeties hit people like that. But man, he used to knock dudes blocks off that Charger helmet. It's almost like he was a battering ram, man, because he had the most.
I mean, just at the right place, the right time.
Oh,
all
man.
the time.
What's Steve Atwater? Was it Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare?
Yeah. I mean, I think Atwater got more highlight hits.
But was it caught on camera a lot of his highlight hits though, Steve Atwater? Back then, because it's like I guess the cameras weren't like they were, you know, with Rodney Harrison. Man, I guess when they labeled Rodney Harrison dirty player, they started recording him more too. But he was knocking dudes out, man.
Yeah, I mean,
man,
he was just old school. Yeah. He had a different type of respect from his own teammates. So,
yeah.
You know,
But yeah, guys, before get ready to sign out, man, we just want to come by, drop another episode. Let us know in the comments what you think. Hit the like button, subscribe, help us reach 1K. And you got anything to say before we sign out?
Now, I'll see you next time.
All right, bro. See you next time.